Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here. We're not going to be focusing on the possibility for that major winter storm tomorrow, and not also tomorrow, but also throughout much of this week. But also, we're going to be seeing a threat for possibly seeing a major severe wet, or not, I can't really say major, but a chance for another chance for a outbreak next week. And we're not just going to be seeing one day for a chance for an outbreak, but 2 days we can be seeing a huge chance for outbreaks for major severe weather out here into the exact same areas that saw incredibly historic severe weather on Easter. So some of these areas are still getting ready, are still really recovering from those tornadoes. And if it is bad severe weather, it's going to be going to the exact same areas and hopefully does not have the exact same turnout. So again, it's not, it's really far away to look at the exact risk, and it's actually really too far to say exactly the exact area. But we're going to be looking with the radars, looking at winds, looking at PDS risk, and all that really, this is really the first video I've ever had like a week ahead of time for a detailed major severe weather risk. So again, if you're here in the South Central and you want to know exactly if there's another chance for severe weather and you need to go ahead and get ready for it, you don't have to do that right now. Might have to get off as it gets closer. But the days for risk is Monday. That's a big risk throughout areas into Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. That is probably the states that are going to hit the hardest. Again, I can't say 100% the location yet, but that's what we're looking at now. And then Thursday is also big severe weather risk. That looks like it's also going to include all the way from Texas to Georgia. So again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. If you are new to the channel, we are 3 subscribers away from 2,130 subscribers, so please share it as well to any friends or family that you think will also love my daily weather forecast. But without further ado, let's see where the severe weather can go. So again, we're going to be looking at the tropical tidbits right now. We're actually not going to be really looking at weather models today. We might need maybe wait a little bit if it gets closer. Again, it's way too far to look at detailed radars and way too far to look at the day 1 through 3 outlook. We're actually going to go all the way to day 4 through 8. That's actually how far it is, actually all the way up to day 8. Again, that's going to be really actually up to 8 days away for Thursday. But again, here we are looking at Sunday here, April 19th. This is, again, Monday's the first day of risk for this severe weather. Here we have this rain out here. We had this finishing storm from that, again, potential cross-country major winter storm. And here we have a low pressure system right here. And again, we'll be seeing some Gulf moisture spilling out. Again, it won't be extreme amount of moisture. We'll be seeing these winds right here. Really, isobars aren't far. It looks like we won't be seeing a huge wind threat. And again, we're also going to see that cold air as well. So we're going to be seeing this cold air meeting with that moisture. And we're going to be seeing, again, this rain already. Not too bad on Sunday. Again, it should be really chill. But as we now get into Monday, things start to change a little bit. We're going to be seeing, again, also, again, these isobars getting a bit closer right here. We're going to be seeing this moisture and all this, again, this humidity, all of that Gulf, really, ingredients will be spilling out into now the South Central. Again, it's going to be by the early hours of Monday morning. Again, we're going to possibly see this severe weather starting to ramp up as you get now to getting closer to warmer temperatures. Again, looking like we can be seeing some very strong bands out there into Mississippi, northern Louisiana. Looks like almost what we saw in Easter. We saw these bands actually starting in Texas right here, and then it went into now Mississippi and Louisiana just like this. So again, it's still up to 108 hours away from the beginning, so it's not close, in other words, but we need to watch out. Again, this will be even seeing this rain ahead of time all the way up into Georgia. And then as we get now into later in the Monday, in the late afternoon, really that late morning, as you can tell, definitely looking like some really heavy rain actually moving into the southeast. Actually, again, this is going to possibly produce, looks like really strong bands. If it, again, just like kind of looks like the exact same thing with the Easter radar when we weren't incredibly close. It looked like this, and it turned out to be pretty bad. It looks like it could bring also some very strong bands now from right through Birmingham, also into Montgomery. This could also get very close now to Mobile, to the Florida Panhandle. Again, Monday, this is what we'll possibly be seeing again. Not guaranteed we'll be seeing extreme severe weather outbreak, but there's a chance this Again, there's a chance we can possibly see a big outbreak moving down to Mississippi. Again, very strong band stretching all the way from the border of Mississippi and Louisiana up into now close to the border with Georgia and South Carolina. As we get later into Monday, now into the really early afternoon or really close to the evening, again, it's going to now overnight, basically like the Easter one, except this one might arrive to Georgia and Alabama a bit earlier. It will start, the severe weather will start a bit earlier as of right now, starting really like around 1 a.m. out here in these areas. So definitely going to also arrive earlier. So hopefully we don't have a huge outbreak at night. If there will be one, it will actually now be for southern and central Georgia. Again, it looks like it will calm down a little bit. Here we have that defined low pressure system at 999 millibars. Actually, this might not be too good if we actually have this low pressure system go right over these bands. Because again, that what we usually see with that is when this low pressure system does strengthen over a band, it's gonna make it extremely strong with a ton of energy. And then again, it will be now moving, spilling out into Monday at night in the Carolinas, really just really scattered bands. That's what we're looking at here in the GFS. Now we're looking at the Puge Next Generation Weather Lab, the Puge. Now we'll be looking at this radar. So again, it's a bit different. We have not yet looked at this radar. This is why I kind of want to look at this instead of the European, because this one actually looks a lot more detailed than the European. So again, here we are. Again, by Sunday, April 19th, again, the next 102 hours, again, we're seeing these really scattered bands on Sunday. Could be mostly very light, not incredibly heavy. Really going to be seeing less than really half an inch of rain, even a lot more. But then as we get now in the next 105 hours by really late Sunday night, we start to see some things starting to change a little bit. Starting to see now this rain getting a bit heavier again for the almost exact same start of where we saw this Easter starting into eastern Texas and northwestern Louisiana. This could possibly be almost an exact really play out of what we saw with Easter, except of course different timing. So again, seeing this heavy rain throughout much of the south, central, and southeast. Again, maybe some rain showers in these other areas. This won't be too bad really. If it's going to be really bad, it'll be right here, possibly out here into the south central Louisiana, starting off in Texas and even Arkansas. You guys can be seeing a risk for that severe weather. As we now get now into later Monday morning, look at this now, early Monday morning. Look at these very strong bands. This looks like a potential to bring in, again, possibly a chance for supercells, PDS tornadoes, PDF watches, and all that. Again, really strengthening as we get closer into the later into Monday. Very strong advance right over Monroe, getting over Jackson, Yazoo City, the exact areas that saw tornadoes. Again, it's going to be even bringing this really heavy rain ahead of time, so that could also cause a flooding threat all the way up to Georgia. And then as we now get later on into Monday, look at this. It's incredibly powerful, these bands. Again, I know we're not detailed radar. I know we're, again, 111 hours away if this happens. But again, definitely, even if it's this far, or the fact that we're this far and it shows it this bad, it shows the potential. Again, that's going to bring extremely heavy rain, and very strong bands, and potential for supercells out in these little bands. Out here into Alabama, again, Mississippi, you guys possibly, as of right now, again, I can't really say you have a high risk. No, I don't mean the high risk like level 5, I just mean in general, you guys will have a high risk for some severe weather. I don't mean like the level 5 risk. I don't mean that type of risk, I just mean in general. And then it's going to continue to move on now right through Atlanta. Like right in the middle of Atlanta, possibly could cause another severe weather threat and maybe some more tornadoes for Georgia. This also really strong severe weather will now also include areas near Hattiesburg, also going to be including Mobile and southeastern Alabama, without be different than compared to Easter. We're getting really strong bands now moving down western Georgia, a huge threat there. And then as we now get later into Monday, again, going to be seeing these bands moving now into central Georgia, even all the way by Monday at night, still seeing these potential for some strong producing bands Not necessarily like we'll have some major supercells. Looking at this, could be just some discrete cells moving to now southern Georgia and the coastal Carolinas, and then that should move out by later, of course, by Tuesday morning. Now we're going to be looking out here at the winds, and again, we're going to be seeing a little bit of jet stream here, really a southern jet out here, and moving now by the perfect timing on Sunday. Again, we'll be seeing a perfect jet stream now that will actually be coming in from the Pacific, a southerly jet, and that's going to be going through the southeast, or really the south central and southeast. That's going to bring a whole ton of moisture. Again, it's going to be really going like up and then down. That again is southerly jet stream, or Pacific jet stream. That's what we'll be seeing it in there, and moving into the southeast. Again, we'll be seeing possibly some very strong winds out here with this as well. But again, you're going to continue to see this surface lows right here into the southwest. Surface low. Again, this is Monday, and again, look at what we're seeing out here Monday. Really seeing a powerful jet out there that's going to bring some possibly really strong energy here. Again, possibly some really strong winds as well. Again, as you can tell, you're just seeing that jet. You can just see these isobars. You just see it going up and then down right here. So definitely going to produce some very strong bands just north of this jet stream. Again, look at the energy we actually have in the Gulf. And then that's by Monday, later on Monday. And then by later Tuesday, again, we'll be seeing a little bit decrease, not as much energy. But here we have another jet right here coming from the Pacific. That's going to be, again, a jet stream as well. That's also going to bring in quiet energy again. That's going to be seeing a little bit of a gap by Wednesday, and then by Thursday again. Here we have this jet. This is where we have again that big threat on Thursday. Here we have it again. This really strong jet out here. Here we have a surface low surface low as well here, and then a surface low right here. And again, here we have really strong amount of energy, really a ton of moisture moving in these areas, which can also produce that that severe weather risk. And then of course here we have that surface low here, and that's going to be by later Friday, and that's where we could possibly see maybe some scattered T-storms out there off the coast, out there as well. And I actually almost forgot to actually look at the Thursday radar here. So again, now we're going to be looking at Thursday. Again, here we have by Thursday this really strong rain developing out here into early Thursday morning as well. Again, this is definitely going to be some very powerful storms on Thursday. I don't know. I think Thursday might be worse. Again, here we have 1,000 millibars. We're already starting off the day with seeing extremely heavy rain and powerful bands as well, starting off the day. And then look, this is now going to be going through Mississippi once again, southern Mississippi, much of Alabama, and also northern Georgia. It doesn't look like it's going to be affecting Georgia as much, but again, it will also affect now southwestern Georgia and far southern Alabama, maybe including the panhandle of Florida. And then we'll have that scattered rain by Friday, which we just saw right now. And then here we'll be looking at Thursday. And again, by Thursday here, Tuesday, we're seeing a break. Wednesday, and again, we'll possibly seeing some really strong thunderstorms. A chance for maybe seeing up to a slight chance of thunderstorms out here, maybe into Oklahoma, northern Texas. And then here we have by later into Wednesday night. Look at these very, very strong bands now moving to southern Arkansas, right on the border of these states. Looks like we have a ton of energy and just incredibly heavy rain. And look at this right here. Holy cow, guys. There's a huge, wow, looks like we can possibly be seeing a chance for maybe a large hail right here again. I know it's really far away, but just look at this. A huge risk for possibly PDS tornadoes and PDS watches for this. Definitely a huge risk. So it looks like Thursday might be the worst day here again. Going through these exact same areas again, now going to be going right through Georgia as well, through northern Alabama. Again, going to go through southern Alabama. Looks like southern Alabama could be seeing some very strong bands on Thursday. And again, also some other, you can see it's going to be really two different waves. We're going to be seeing some strong bands here and strong bands waves, again, moving to the exact same areas like northwestern Georgia, northeastern Alabama, and then going to be moving to now the Carolinas and southern Georgia near Savannah, again, by later into Thursday night. So that's what we're going to be seeing there. And then by, again, Friday, we're going to be seeing that really moisture and that jet moving away. And then we can possibly have another jet, actually. This is going to be a bit weird of a formation right here. This can also, this is not a huge risk as of right now, but this can possibly also bring in maybe a south central risk of severe weather. Now we're going to be looking at here into the, now we're going to be looking at the chance for really seeing these powerful bands right here. Basically, so that's what we're going to be looking at right now. So again, we're going to be looking at the chance for seeing supercells out here again. Chances are extremely high right now. Again, starting off the day on Sunday night, we're seeing 3 for SEP risk. Again, seeing some 3s, not extremely high. But as we continue to move on into now Sunday, late in the night, we're going to start seeing these numbers getting a bit higher, maybe seeing some 5 to 6, and then again seeing 4s to 5s. That's not impressive as well, but as we continue to move on a little bit onto Monday, we'll possibly see that risk getting a bit higher. And then if we go to Wednesday, looks like Wednesday night, that's when we have a potential for a high, really getting these higher numbers. We're seeing some supercells again developing up to an 8 starting off into eastern Texas, seeing 5s, 5 through 7 to northwestern Louisiana. And it looks like we have a very high risk again out here now to southern Mississippi, up to a 10 right here for a risk for some really strong supercells out here composite. And a 12 out here into Louisiana. We have that again. We saw what Thursday and Wednesday look like. Wow, those are very strong bands. And then we'll see the lower numbers by Thursday night, and maybe even seeing, that's basically what we'll be seeing there. Again, now we're going to be looking at the day 4 through 8. So again, as again the day 8, I believe. So this is what we're seeing Wednesday, and then this is Tuesday and Monday. So again, it's too far to even just really see a smaller risk as well. So again, just probability is going to be very too low for the next couple of days. Now we're going to be looking at my own maps. So now we're going to be looking at my own map for this. And this is what we're seeing now, what I made for Monday's risk. So you guys can just see, in general, who could possibly be in a risk. Again, this won't be 100% right. It might not even be 80% right. Again, guys, it's still a couple days away. And I'm just going based on what we're seeing with signs, with the winds, the jet stream, the moisture, the radars, all of that. That's what I'm going based off. So good. Again, I'm going to, obviously, we're going to have the SEP have their own outlook later in the coming days. So that's what we'll be waiting for. So again, in the red, it doesn't mean moderate. It just means where we have a chance. And if you're in the red, that's where we have a chance for seeing severe weather and possibly maybe an outbreak. So that's going to be, again, for out there, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, much of Alabama. Again, I think Mississippi, Alabama will definitely possibly get really hit with both of these systems. And then as well, Georgia, possibly western and central Georgia. Looks like y'all can possibly get hit. If you're in the red, doesn't mean you're in a moderate, or it doesn't mean you're going to be in the highest risk. Again, and marginal also means a risk. So again, not exactly detailed on exactly the level 1 through 5. I think we can add to an enhanced risk for this outbreak, maybe even a chance for a moderate, all depending on how bad it will be. But I don't think that's necessary as of right now. Of course, I can't really say that yet. But that's what we're seeing Monday's risk. And now for Tuesday's risk, this one's going to be a bit more widespread now, getting out to Oklahoma, into southern part of Oklahoma after the Wednesday outbreak, potentially for Oklahoma. And then going to be starting off a bit more down to Texas, much of northern Louisiana, getting more into Arkansas. Looks like a ton of Alabama. Almost the whole state could be seeing that huge risk. A bigger of a threat now for Georgia for Thursday's risk could be really not including the northeastern part of the state, mainly seeing the western part of the state, and then up all the way up into the northern the western panhandle of Florida. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Everybody stay safe, and bye, guys.